Scan should be working. Notifications are out. I actually have the YouTube Blend chat up so I can see it. Okay. Wow. Bam. It's me, Isla. Hello. Welcome in, everybody. So anyway.
Boo! Did I get you?
No, Squishla. Wait, no.
What's this?
You're not Isla. I'm Isla.
Did you hear about the transgender-friendly version of the dad joke that involved your own parents? Your mum.
What? No, that makes sense, actually. Hold on. Very clever, Soren. Also, thank you very much for subscription, Soren. I do very much appreciate it. Thank you. And it's a Hecapede.
Hello, hello.
Oh my gosh, you guys want a cool like bug bean? You should check them out. For real. Also, Hecapede, do I have the pronouns right? This is very important. Do I have this right? I think so. Either way, very cool bean, knows all the things about the Minecraft. Is cute bug. But yeah, welcome in, everybody. It's Monday. We did it. Oh my gosh, this weekend. Did you guys know I did a cooking? Jacqueline, really? The violence. Always, every time. Hello, Jackie. I did a whole cooking. Wow. For the love of God, hello. Oh my gosh. Jackie, you complain about me being an echophilalia or whatever. You, right back at you. But yeah, we did a whole cooking. I did eat one of my creme brulees today. So I actually tried the one with the Swedish fish. Okay, real quick. So for anybody who doesn't know, Sunday, I was hanging out. We were doing a stremb with Diva Sphinx and Rainbow Roost. And Rainbow is like doing the professional chef thing. Does cooking, like for real, is good at it, did the studying, etc. and so on, right? And like, we had planned to make creme brulees, right? And so I had my whole cooking set up, and I don't like cooking, so this was a new experience for me. Okay, but I actually successfully made creme brulee. Yeah.
You've fallen into my trap.
The silent hero. Oh, the hero that we all need. Thank you very much for the follow. Welcome in, you denizen. Hello. Guys, we have a first-time chatter. Could we get some more welcomes in chat? Also, hello, YouTube land denizen. Welcome in. Are there any Swedish fish? Yeah, I could share some Swedish fish. They're very good. They're not like actual fish. They fall in like the sweets category. I'll share those. That's fine. So yeah, this morning I tried the creme brulee where I chucked some Swedish fish in there, and like this was after they were in the oven, and then they sat like in the fridge chilling overnight, right? And the texture on the Swedish fish was disgusting. So would not recommend, did not like. That was very unpleasant, actually. As Rainbow! Hello, Rainbow! So I was telling them, I tried the creme brulee with the Swedish fish. It was not good. The texture was horrible. I'm a big texture person, right? And like, it was just an unpleasant, like, just very unpleasant. It was an unpleasant texture. Melted then reset. Yeah, it did not do well. So for science, crab brulee was okay. Like, I liked the sweet and the savory, but it was not the best. Could be improved, probably. It was a little too sweet, I think. So yeah, the crab one, that was fine. And then the Swedish fish, did not work. Do not like, would not recommend. Like my art style? Thank you. I appreciate that. Oh yeah, the creme brulee in general is very good. It's so heavy and sweet though. Like Rainbow, how long will these last in my fridge? Because I don't think I'm gonna be able to. I think maybe one a day is about the maximum I can handle. Like they're very heavy. They're so sweet. They're not that sweet is the thing, but they're too sweet for me. But yeah, everybody, welcome in. It's Monday. We're doing art today because art. Also, let me do the hellos really quickly. Kyron, hello there. Glad you could make it today.
Hello, hello.
God, Soren, you fabulous bat. Welcome in. Glad you could make it today. Kailua, hello, hello. Good to see you. Gumpy, you troublemaker. It's good to see you today. Welcome. Betrayed by fish. I know, right? YouTube land? You'd think adding fish shape into dessert fish added to other dessert would make dessert better, more delicious per delicious. But no, it had the opposite effect. It was very unfortunate. 2 to 5 days. I don't think I'm gonna be able to eat all 12 of them within 2 to 5 days. That's a lot. That's a lot. No, I did not cook Tim. Listen, Tim is the only fish that I will never eat, okay? He's safe. Tim is safe. He's fine. But yeah, so this was like my first, okay, so before yesterday, I would say I could like make an egg. I could boil water to make some pasta, right? And now I know how to make creme brulee. There you go. Bam. Will I do it again though? I don't know. Like, unless I figure out a better method for extracting the egg yolks. But the actual process was not that bad. So yeah, today, see. I did post a picture of the other creme brulees that sat in the fridge overnight. I posted that to Twitter, maybe Blue Sky, one of those. Both of those? I don't know. It was very good. Successful cook. I'm still pleased about it. It was a lot of fun. Oh my goodness. I watched a bit of the VOD back and I'm just like laser focused on doing the thing, and then D and Rainbow were just being chaos beans. It was so good.
Hello.
Magrior, hello. Glad you could make it today. I did. I was locked in. Listen. When I get like stressed out, I get real quiet, right? So I was real focused, trying not to panic and make sure that I did all the things correctly. It was stressful, but also fun. I don't know. So it was one of those things. But today, the plan is we're gonna make some art, and then I think Thursday we're gonna do an ASMR stream. Probably do some traditional art, because, why not? But yeah, did you guys have a good weekend? Oh, hello. Guys, we got a first time chatter. Can we get some more welcomes in chat? Yeah, welcome in. Fellow gnomes? No. Listen. Denizens are not gnomes. Probably. Weekend was good? Oh, you got the cool jacket and you got to eat sushi? Ayo, let's go. Slept through most of the weekend. Honestly, that's a solid choice. Oh, this weekend I watched what is the movie? Bullet Train, I think. Have you guys seen that movie? I've seen clips or GIFs from it, and the cinematography is lovely. The plot and the humor was absolutely amazing. It reminds me of one of my favorite movies, it's a movie called Oscar. And it's about like, it's got like Sylvester Stallone in it. I don't know if anybody has seen this movie. Anyway, but the point of it is there's all these like interweaving story threads, and then they all like come together at the end, right? It's so good, right, Hecka? He and she pronouns, not they. Okay, thank you. I did not see that. Thank you for saying again, Hecka. No. It is fierce. It's fierce. Okay. One day you'll get it. You'll get it one day. It's okay. I believe. With Brad Pitt, yeah. Listen, I'm actually really bad at names and keeping up with like actor people. Whoa. But yeah, the fight scenes were good. Like the humor and just how all the threads intersected. It was very good. Hello. But yeah, that was my weekend. Watched a movie, cooked some stuff. Working on secret project. I'm actually very excited about it at this point. But you should be able to see the secret project at the end of August. Can you freeze creme brulee? You know, that's a good question. Hey, Rainbow, are you still here? Can you freeze creme brulee to make them last longer? Or would that, like, make the texture all weird? I don't know. We asking the real questions. Okay, because if I can, that would be amazing. Because then all of the stuff, I could take my time to eat them and not, like, have to scarf them down and make myself sick. Okay, so I crave art. I've been watching art tutorials today, as I do, right? And I was like, you know, a different aspect ratio for a canvas, and then just messing around with like cool effects and you know, do like a cool simple illustration that's all about like a feel is kind of what I want to go for today, right? You can freeze creme brulee, but do so before adding the sugar on top. That makes sense. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna freeze some of my ramekins full of stuff. Bam! All right. Wow! Saved it. Thank you. Playing RimWorld? Oh. So speaking of characters from our game, I don't know if you're aware, this poster right here, this is for the game that I'm making with some very fabulous beans. Love Sucks. It's a very adult visual novel. It is out on Steam, but we're gonna draw a character from that today. That is my plan. Yeah, I saw RimWorld was like on sale, and then I was looking into it, and I'm like, I don't know if I would like this game. You basically, it's like you're a DM for like a Dungeons and Dragons party, except you can kind of help get people to do things, but you can't actually get them to do things, and then just chaos is my understanding of RimWorld. It's like all of the management-y things, right? Yeah, there's weird stuff in the game too, right? What I just described is D&D? Well, yeah, but like, as that's like RimWorld, right? You're the DM, and you're like, oh, I wish they would do this, and then the players are like, no, I'm not gonna do that. Herding cats, exactly. So yeah, I don't know if I would like RimWorld. I'm kind of tempted to try it though. Maybe. Take some learning. Okay. Well, that's the other thing. Like, if you have to go 12 menus deep for things, I get lost at about menu 2. I don't like things super complicated when I'm trying to chill and play games. So that's also the issue for me. Weirdly though, playing Satisfactory, I'm totally fine with that, even though it's all like maths and you know, maximizing outputs for things. Wow, so RimWorld pretty dark then. Got it. Yeah. Menus aren't deep, but they are wide. I'm just picturing like ultra widescreen menus. Anyway, so the plan for today. We're gonna make a picture. I'm gonna see if we can do an illustration, start to finish. I have not sketched a single thing. I have an idea for a thing that I would like to do, but we're gonna do the whole thing, if possible, on Stremba. RimWorld's not actually that complicated. I suppose once you dig into it and learn how the game works, right? All right, shall we flip over? Let's do the thing. Let's draw stuff. I crave. Okay, so I was watching tutorials. Oh, hello, YouTube land denizen. Okay, so I was watching some art tutorials, right? And one of the things was the person. So in art tutorials that I like to look at, you look at other people's. Somebody is like looking at an illustrator and like their commonalities between their styles, and it like breaks it down, which I think is fascinating because it like gets you into the mindset of, well, why did they do this thing or that thing, or how does this effect work, right? And it kind of explains like the why. And one thing that stuck with me, well, there was a few things, but one thing, look at this cinematographic. It's like it's a giant long canvas, right? which is fascinating. Normally I work in like a 16:9 because that's like your like a normal monitor size for a screen. But if I am working like this, it has a different feel already. Can you feel it? Does the blank canvas speak to you guys? Do you feel it? Oxygen not included is more challenging colony manager. I've actually heard of that one too. I've heard that one's pretty good as well. Okay, so we will be using Naomi for our test subject. It's cinematic, yeah. We're going to the cinema, but we're only seeing one frame of the cinema. Oh, this is gonna be terrible to like display to anybody. Maybe it could be like a desk mat size. Maybe. Oxygen not included has so much chemistry in it. Listen, I'm really bad at science. I don't know how well that would work for me. Okay, so let's see. So a few other things that were very inspirational for this tutorial. So they had the artists they were discussing. They usually had some sort of an interesting like actiony pose type thing, and then there was effects and like movement in the image that all kind of made the viewer like look at the character's face, and usually they were very angry and grumpy, right? And then you have cool lighting effects that just give it like a feel, right? So that's kind of what I want to do today. I want to figure out how to do this, right? Well, that's the thing. I was like, do I want to draw a picture for me, or do I want to do something else? But I had the idea with using Naomi, a character from the game, because she does the whole, like, she got fire. She can do the thing with fire, right? Which is very cool. So if we could have, let's see, how to frame this though is the thing. Figuring out, okay, so we're gonna start out with thumbnailing, we're gonna do some sketching, we're gonna figure out if we can come up with like a cool pose, right? That's gonna be step one. Oh. Hey, glad you could make it. Welcome. Yeah. No, listen. Your IRL stuff, whatever it is, absolutely takes priority. The streams will be here. We have VODs on the YouTube land. But yeah, if you can join us to hang out, that's absolutely fantastic. But don't feel like, oh no, I haven't been here in a while. It's good. It's all good. Me not... It would be more exciting since I'm bad at science and maths. You think so? You're going to a wedding? Ayo, let's go. Congrats to the friendo. No, I don't like this. Okay, so things to, let's see. What if we did like an upward sort of a shot? What if we could get the abs? We gotta see the abs, right? So then how to... Need to have fire as well. We could do one hand facing kind of downward. So I like the abs. I don't like the hand position though. Always abs, right? Oh my gosh, hecka, that is way better than I phrased it. Yeah, pretend the way he said it, that's the correct way. So I'm wondering if like a... one arm down, then we can have the cool like claws, right? Hello. So the goal is we want to have like fire kind of like this.
You've fallen into my trap.
Numsy num? Am I saying that right? I don't know. Thank you very much for the follow. Welcome in, you denizen. Okay, so let's think about the posing though. What else could we do? Because I also kind of want to have, like, let's see. We'll have one arm like this. And then we could have, let's see, the hair go this way, fire go this way. And then we can just have one really glowy eye. I think that would be very nice, right? Oh, thank you. Also, welcome in first time chatter. Guys, we got a first time chatter. Can we do the thing? And the thing is more welcomes in chat, not anything else. How did I get so fluid with posing? Honestly, gesture drawings. You wanna study. Okay, so when I denizens, that is not the thing. That is very much not the thing. Okay, real quick. Let me grab just a new canvas here. Okay, so gesture drawings. What are gesture drawings? You get like 30 seconds to a minute, and what you do is you want to draw the feel of the motion of a pose somebody is making. Okay? This is how I study and get that whoosh. Do you mind? It's like you have somebody sitting, right? They have their feet up in the air. Why? No, it's not hammer time. Cease. But yeah, the thing that you... Listen, we're trying to study art with our special eyes. Oh, so I'm using a pen display, it's a fancy monitor that I basically just draw straight on. I can't draw with a mouse very well.
Fine. You got me. I am fierce.
Gesture drawings, yes. It's a thing if you study, and a lot of it is also shape language. So if you have an arm, okay, which of these arms has like more of a feel? Like you can render out, oh, it's so hard to draw an arm that's not like, yeah, so you got the muscle and then the other muscle, and then you got the forearm, and then you have this one where you just, and it's also shape language. Gesture drawing is very good for training shape language as well. So like,
Hello.
pretend these are both arms, okay? This one has like sharper edges, it's got weird shapes, but it still reads correct, but the shape language itself implies more motion because you got weird shapes, right? It's like motion blur, but you draw it on purpose, you know? To switch from canvas to digital, yes, it's very difficult. Here's why. You're learning a whole new medium. Not only are, okay, so let me break this down. If you're trying to learn an art program, it's like a whole new medium of art. It's like trying to learn watercolors for the first time. It's like trying to learn oil paint for the first time. Add to the fact that art programs, you have near infinite possibilities. I'm ranting about art, do you mind? But no, listen, you have near infinite possibilities with the potential things that you can do and paint and color, okay? So if you're trying to learn to draw, trying to learn an art program, and trying to learn to color all at once, and you're trying to get used to a different way of drawing, either with a tablet or like a pen display, that's a lot of stuff to learn all at once. So please be patient with yourself. It is difficult because you're trying to do so many things at once, you know? Honestly, my best bit of advice, if you're trying to figure out how to draw digitally, don't touch color. Just do black and white. It's veal! Oh my god. Hello. Guys, can we get it? Okay, mods, can we get a shout out for Vil? This amazing crab. Oh my goodness. I love your stems. It's so comfy. You got the muscly whammon, but it's also very like kink safe area, which is fantastic. It really is. Absolutely. Oh my goodness. But yeah, welcome in. We're discussing art stuff. I get distracted doing the explanations a lot, but that's okay. So the plan, we got to figure out how to. I wonder if we add more foreshortening to this, we get a more interesting effect. Okay, so let's make this a little bit little bit more transparent. So I do kind of like this, but I think what I need to do is we need to move the hand more here, and let's just add foreshortening. Why not? And then, if we do like a cool hand pose with the claws, right? Only have to learn digital? Yeah, see, there you go. Just take it one step at a time. Figure out a brush that feels right at the time. If you have... I'm trying to think, how did I learn program? So I went from doing a lot of traditional like paper and ink stuff. Like I drew a lot of comics way back in the day, but we're gonna not talk about past life stuff too much. So yeah, a lot of like paper and ink, and then you get to digital, and the fact that you can zoom in forever until you see each individual pixel, that was really hard for me to deal with, because you can't really do that on paper, right? Oh, thank you. I did both the art and the rigging myself. Thank you. There's surprise. But yeah, I just find one thing that kind of feels right at the time, and then just start experimenting, and then you learn that, oh my gosh, well, if you're using Clip Studio, I can just erase with the same brush. It's fabulous. I am the chef. I don't know why, but you know the Batman voice where he the dark gravelly thing? Or what is it? The Breaking Bad, I am the danger. That's from that, right? Man, it's been so long since I've seen that show. Anyway, that's the voice I read that in. Okay, so for Naomi, we need to make her, let's see if we make her angry. But then the question is, can we get the abs? We gotta have the abs, right? Also, what the other hand doing? So if we make this a little smaller, and then. I think I do want her to be like leaning this way. So we're gonna have a lot of motion like this, and have something to point back at character. That's very important. Let's see. The abs are necessary, right? Oh, you can do the same thing in Paint Tool Sai. Man, it's been years since I've played with that program. They make, man, a lot of artists use it, and there's just some really good stuff. Move the perspective down. You know, we could do that. So, the face, if you look at it right here and right now, it's very straight on, which is kind of boring to look at, right? You kind of want, if you want dramatic scene, let me go back over here. To add drama to the face, right? You draw somebody like looking down more with the angry eyes. Like instantly more dramatic pose. Or you could also draw them, let's see, how to draw this quickly, let's see. Let's see, there's the nose. Let's see, there's like the eye mask area, and then we have the chin that does the thing.
Hello.
And then you have like the neck, and like, this is a tricky thing to draw. I need to work on that. Clearly, I got some studying to do. Anyway, we got the jaw, we got the nose. So yeah, we could jazz up the pose itself a little bit, right? Princess Rosa, hello there. Glad you could make it today. Looking at somebody taller? Oh, so like a worm's eye perspective, or like, so this would be like bird's eye view. Bird. And if you're looking up at them, That would be like worm's eye perspective, right? I guess if we do like a worm's eye thing, we could have all of the abs, and then we could also... that might be very good, actually. Okay, let's try that. Same sort of thing. But let's just tone that down a little bit. Let's see how to make... You know what? Let's actually turn off that layer. There we go. So if this was...
You've fallen into my
Oh.
trap.
Cosmical carnage? That's a bit of a tongue twister. Thank you very much for the follow. Welcome in, new denizen. Worm's eye, so we can see all of the abs. Also like the haughty, like angry sort of a pose. I think we could make that work. Let's see. But also, really the big thing is that we won't have such a straight-on view of the face. It'll look a lot more, like, intense, you know? Thank you for the brain cells. I'm doing pretty good. I think I'm actually... So woke up really early this morning, and I was like, I could get up. And I drank some coffee, and then I was like, you know, I could just go back to sleep for like an hour, and then I would probably feel a lot better. And so I did. I had a nap successfully, and then like I napped successfully this morning, which was amazing. So now I actually feel like I slept properly. Okay, so gotta have the squinch, gotta have the abs. Is she just standing? Okay, we gotta think about... So if she is looking... What kind of pose is she doing? Let's figure out the posing, because I think that's gonna help a lot. And I'm wondering if... So let's see, she uses a lot of fire. So if we did something... I wonder if we should go with... I don't know. She's not aloof, which if you have somebody that's looking down like this, that's more of like an aloof pose, which I don't really think fits the character. So maybe a less aloof pose, maybe more of a like a downward, like we're looking down a little bit. I think that might actually work for Naomi better. So these are characters from the game, our game, right? And I don't know. I don't know that would fit her necessarily. Maybe a little bit. Okay, so what the arms doing? What do we got? Let's see. Mid leap to the side, perhaps. Or we could have her like mid run toward we could ever do the Naruto run toward the camera. We're not doing that, but we could. Listen, YouTube land denizen, it is fierce. It's fierce. So when I originally came up with this idea, we basically just saw, let's see, one arm out like this, with the fire, with the one hand, doing the magics, right? And we have like a whole bunch of fire trailing, going this way, and we'd have this going back like this. And then we would just see basically one eye. That was my initial idea, which might actually be the way to go. Would that work? That might work. Yeah, I would say this would be like a still shot mid-combat kind of a thing, is kind of what I'm thinking for this. Because we're trying to go for the big cinematography looking thing, right? So like this is a little bit too rigid and static for what I'm wanting. So let me actually grab this little doodle right here. Copy that. We're gonna slap this in here. And we're gonna see what we can do with that. We don't get abs though. That's the only problem. Okay, so then the next question. Can we make this sort of feel work and have abs? Can we have the cake and eat it too? That's the thing that we gotta ask ourselves. Let's make this a little bit more like that. Okay, so let's figure out what the shoulder's doing. What is going on with the body? What is the actual gesture that we're having here? Let's see. We have the rib cage here. A little bit of foreshortening there. I'm gonna try to keep this this bottom part of the arm. That's gonna be very, very well. You know what? Yeah, we're gonna try to keep this line as straight as possible to imply motion and like. And if we can, let's see, we have the knuckles like this. We have one finger out like this.
Hello, hello.
Oh. Night Vulture, hello there. Glad you could make it today. So we do like one of those, right? So see, this arm is going back like this. So then, if we have, let's see, got the rib cage, we could have a hint of abs. I'm wondering if having her... So I was originally thinking she would be looking at the camera, but if she is like laser focused out this way, would that disrupt the... That might disrupt... Okay, finish your sentences. So, there's a thing. If you draw somebody staring at you dramatically like this, right? You lock onto the eyeball. If you change this so that they're staring out this way, you follow their gaze and you look out this way too. That's how it works. So to make this land, like, it would be really cool to have her staring out this way, but then your eyes are going to be drawn this way. So what we need to do is we got to figure out how to make this look good. Yeah, exactly. You stare right into the eyes. That's how it works. A hint of abs. Yes. Yeah, I think this would be like a mid-combat thing, because what I want for this, we want to do like a very interesting, we want to have a lot of fire, so we can have some cool particulates, some cool like embers, and we can have like smoke and stuff. And the reason that I want that in particular is because the focus of this, we want to have, let me grab a friendly pink color, we want to have a bunch of swirly stuff like this, and we want to like point the viewers to look at her face. That's the whole reason we're doing this. We're making a big old cinematographical thing just so you stare at her face. That's the whole thing.
Hello, hello.
But in the bottom right corner, staring at something she's fighting. Yeah, that would be a way to do that. So let's see. Let me hide this layer. Let me put all of this in a folder. So yeah, positioning your characters. Let me actually draw like this. Okay, let's do this for a second. One more quick little thing. So if I were to draw her like here, and she's got her arms up doing like cool fire magics and stuff, and then we had like a big old like looming threat with like all of the teeth. Da, 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 da. Actually, ayo. But yeah, this just, it's very interesting. So anyway, this is why thumbnailing is important, because you can figure out, well, hey, does this idea work? Well, it kind of does, yeah. Can head out? Absolutely. You have an excellent rest of your day. I'll catch you later, maybe? Okay, so let us do that. And then, let's see. Okay, so this is going to be just a little bit in perspective here. Okay, what the other arm doing though? Actually, if we connect this neckline with like the back, or her back, I suppose, and we do something like this, that could be an interesting movement line for the character. That might be alright. We might be able to make that work. And all of this is being thrown back this way, right? And then if we have head and neck like here, we show a bit of the underside of the jaw. Maybe her glowy eye is like looking down at, maybe she's like leaping over the camera to jump into battle, and she just briefly looks at us. I think we can make that work. Okay, so issues. The heck is going on here? I mean, I just drew this, but also... Okay, so something we want to do, we want to make sure that we have, let's see, action line there. So we're actually going to see... more like this, and then... let's see, we've got the monster girl horns, and then let's give her some hair flips like this. Okay, so a few issues. This arm is now huge. That's alright. We're figuring this out one iteration at a time. Okay, so then we can actually show off a bit of the costume. Oh, we could actually have the costume doing like a whoosh sort of a thing. That would be very, very cool, like that. Okay, so we do need to figure out what's going on with the arm. However, I think that's a pretty good start. Let's try refining the sketch a little bit. Okay, we did make a copy, so that way we can edit this, and if I need to go back to reference the other thing for any reason, we can do that. Alright, so first order of business, we actually need to move her shoulder in a little bit. It was just a little too far out. I'm actually gonna tilt all this just a teeny bit though. Okay, expression. This is a big important thing for the whole picture. If the expression doesn't land, then I don't think this picture is gonna work. Okay, let's get the hair out of the way really quickly.
Hello, hello.
Phoenix, hello there. Glad you could make it today. Frosted Flakes surprise? Why is it surprising? Are you adding coffee instead of milk? Are you adding hot sauce instead of milk? That would be very surprising. Okay, don't like the mouth. Let's see. Let's see. Her ear would actually be like here-ish. So we need to actually give her an appropriate jawline. We have the actual forehead. Oh, we can actually move the whole cranium up a little bit. Look at that. Okay, so we got cranium. That's how that would connect, like so. I think what we could do, let's move this in a little bit, give her a little bit more of an arch or a curve to her neck, and then what we need to do, let's smooth out this curve a little bit. Okay, so this is slightly, let's see, our perspective is slightly upward, so we actually need to probably draw collarbone. That. We could actually lower down this other shoulder if needs be.
Hello, hello.
Oh. Got packing to do. Good luck with packing, Phoenix. The move is gonna be excellent. It's gonna be amazing. I hope you have a good rest of your evening, okay? Surprised they're not Frosted Flakes? Frosted Flakes with chocolate syrup. That sounds very, very sweet. I don't think I would like that, but you know what? You do you. Have a good time with that food, okay? Look at that. We have her head kind of looking off this way. We've got the hand like coming toward us. We've got some depth, right? Not bad, right? Right? Okay, so I do like the posing. I think we can work with this. Let's make sure that we actually save. I don't think I've done that yet. Probably important. Hold on. Let's see. Today is the 14th. Lovely, lovely. All right, it has been an hour, and we have.
Hey,
we have a
Isla, you
concept.
should save.
I should. Wow, and I have. Amaze. You know what? Just for you, I'm gonna save again. Bam! It has saved. Has it been? Listen, my sense of time is super wonky, but welcome back. Alright, everybody, it is break time. Let's go do that. I shall return within 5 minutes, yeah? Enjoy break screen. Okay, and we are back. Thank you for the fish. Okay, fish cannons confirmed working. Was that the first fish of the day? Wild. All right.
Boo! Did I get you?
No. Squish lot. Nice try though. Fine. Fine.
First
fine.
100.
It's fine.
Yes.
I guess I am cute. It's fine. It's fine. No, it's totally fine. We're fine, guys. Don't worry about it. Nit, thank you very much. Okay, so anyway, Nit, thank you very much for the fish. I'll eat them later. It'll be delicious. Okay, so let's see. We got this. I do kind of like this part. The rest of it though. Okay, so what we're gonna do? We're gonna copy this layer again, and we are gonna do some more editing. So I think what I need to do is actually, let's see if this is like that. So spine goes this way, rib cage actually needs to go more this way as well. We gotta fix this shoulder and this arm a little bit more. That is not how the anatomy works, but that's fine. We can fix it. We can fix it. We can fix it. Probably. However, if I do that, then we have her like sprinting, right? Kind of want to have this arm up more. I wonder if we have like claw hand right here. It's like we could have like a whole lot of speed and impact like right there. I think we could do it. Is it a what stream? I have no idea what that means. No, I don't know. I don't know what that means. No idea. No idea whatsoever. Hihoshirazu. Nope. No clue. No clue what that means. We are drawing Naomi from Love Sucks, though. So, is it fan art if I'm the...
Hello.
Does it count as fan art if I'm one of the makers of the game? I don't know. Watchdog Farron, hello there. Glad you could make it today. Am I a fan? I'm a kitsune, not a fan. The promotional art. Okay. You know, that sounds a lot less exciting than fan art, though. This arm goes back, this leg goes forward. We just have the weirdest looking leg. Okay, I think we might be able to see some abs though. So we're gonna hope for abs. That's gonna be the plan. Got some weird perspective stuff happening with the body right now though, and also think we gotta tweak how this arm looks. We're gonna have to make this whole thing just a little bit shorter. We have a little too much foreshortening currently. I'm really not happy with any of that. Okay, hold on. Before you edit stuff, Isla, you gotta make a duplicate. You gotta keep copies, because what if you need to refer back to it at some point?
Hello.
Oh, Rayster, hello there. Glad you could make it today. Fan love. What? I just draw like hold on. How would that work? We just have like a little thing like this, and you got the looks like a flower. Fans are weird. You do like one of these. Maybe a little thing like this. Just like a little fan model. The last brain cell? Aw, thank you. Listen, I will put it to good use, I promise. A folding fan. Ooh. That's an idea. I feel like a folding fan could be a lot more smug than like a sits on the floor electric fan, you know? So I'm looking at this sketch that we have here. We have something, we got something good here. We just gotta figure out what the body doing. Also, now that I'm looking at this, maybe we should just leave the arm all like exaggerated like this. Maybe we'll make the hand more expressive. I think that might be the key. It's the final brain cell. Listen, you don't have to give me your final brain cell. But like if you do, oh man, it's like the even more precious, right? Okay, so we gotta figure out what's going on with the rest of her body. So let's see, shoulders, actually her ribs would be like this, probably. No! The brain cell! I just got that! I said I would take good care of it! Why would you do this? Oh, it's a Darlerian! Hello? The most fabulous bush? Can we get a shout out for Darlerian, please? Last I remember seeing, you were opening Magic the Gathering cards, right? What else have you been up to? Playing the Magic the Gathering? Oh. Okay, so we got ribs, we got, let's see, stomach, belly button. We would see some abs here, I think. Okay, but then what the body doing? What are we doing? Let's see. I still think that we could get her to be like running. So that means we need to figure out. Let's see, this is ribs, and then we have like hips. How to show. Let's see. That just looks weird. Like all this looks fine, and then I tried to add legs. How to make it not look weird? She Could be crouching down, actually. Oh, we could see her tail if we did that. Ayo. Could literally just make the tail a giant arrow pointing back at character. Perfect. Okay, we will need to make Jacket a little bit shorter. And let's see. Connects underneath the arms, so we actually need to make sure that the flare out is maybe only like this big. So it's only going to be a hint of jacket. Okay, hold on. Before we start messing with things, we need to make sure that we angle all of that correctly. Then we can zoom in. Then it's gonna freak out for a second. It did not keep it. Hello? Excuse me? Did I make it worse? Do we need to have this more like this? Work has been exhausting. Oh. You borrowed the brain cell. You're giving me borrowed brain cells, but what if they want the brain cell back? Thank you though. I will try to keep hold of this one. Darlian, may I offer you a scuffed odd stream for your troubles? Okay, so I think this works pretty well. Except I'd still kind of want to schmoove the arm. It was pretty good, like up more. So we're just gonna relocate where that was. Just change the angle a little bit. Is the arm too long? I think the arm might be a little too long. So we're just gonna scooch in the hand and the wrist. I think we can make this work. Okay, so what do we need to do? We have figured out a rough concept. So we have enough room. Let's see. So our person. So there's just a school of thought in art where if you draw. Let's see. Okay, so in art you draw. You divide the thing. What was this? I think in thirds. I don't think my spacing is dead even, but it's close enough. So you divide everything in thirds, right? This way and this way. So you have your 1, 2, 3, and your 1, 2, 3, right? So you divide everything in thirds, and if you have like a focal point, like here, 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 or here, it's very good. It's very pleasing to the eye, right? So we almost have that. Almost. If we were to schmoove her eye right there, or like around here, I think that might be solid. I think we have a pretty good thumbnail for all intents and purposes, right? So then what we're going to do, so the big thing with this picture for me is I want to make sure that we have some interesting like fire effects. And also have a cool like character doing cool stuff, right? And by cool, it's actually very fiery, so it's not actually that cool at all. But it'll hopefully look cool. That's the stratagem. Okay, so we're gonna hide all of the sketchy bits that we have here. Let us focus in on finalizing some line work. So we're gonna make this blue, and then we are going to grab our brush and let's do some detail stuff here, because currently doesn't really have hair. Kind of important. Oh, hello. Okay, so forehead. We have no. Okay, hold on. Thinking of I should probably open up a reference for my character. That would make a lot of sense. Let's be a smart artist today and actually open up. Actually, I have a sub view. So a tool in Clip Studio is you can have a picture open for reference. Yep, let's open this one. Let's make sure that we actually have our references up here. It's loading, it's thinking. There we go. There we go. Kinda want to draw the fangs. I mean, you gotta draw the fangs, right? And she has a very, very, very pointy chin. So that all looks a little bit weird.
Boo! Did I get you?
No. A smartest? That doesn't quite convey the meaning of either of those words. I don't know. Do we like the fangs? Maybe if we made the chin a little smaller? Okay, so we're going to have I actually kind of want to flip all of her bangs up and over like this. Why not, you know? I wonder, so we're doing art experimentation today. I wonder if it'd be easier to paint with color? Maybe. That might be a thing that we try later. So instead of trying to get the line work to be perfect, I'm wondering if we just draw like a hint of how we want things to move and flow, and then we just use color later. That might be a better way to do the thing. And let's see if she has, draw her with the horns. They would be kind of like this. Let's actually make them a little bigger and chunkier. Why not? Nah, I don't think I like this. Okay, trying again. Okay, so we gotta think about the perspective of the face. We're kind of looking... You see the underside of the jaw? So we're actually looking, like, up a little bit. So let's see. If we have the mouth open, though, you gotta move the jaw. Also, I think I made the nose too long. Wow, did I actually draw the face really weird? Hold on. Again, if the expression doesn't land and there's something weird with the face, the whole picture does not work. So I'm trying to figure out, like, what did I do? What did I do? I think we do need the chin doing the thing. Like our sketch, we turn this off and we look at the blue layer. This works, right? Well, why does this work, but this doesn't? Do we not have enough jaw so it looks like she's not looking up enough? Is that the problem?
Hello, hello.
Oh. It's Isa! Hello, hello. Welcome in. Hello, Art Buddy. Wait, you actually used... Why? Bruh. Gender neutral, bruh. Why? Isa, don't call it that. Isa, don't call it that. Don't encourage them.
Fine. You got me. I am fierce.
Could we get a shout out for Isa as well? Listen, you want to see some art? You want to see some like business suit smexy ladies being drawn? May I recommend to you Isa? Not fan art? For some reason, my denizens like to squish words together at like the worst possible like combinations. Well, I suppose it could be worse. So I guess I've got that going for me. But it's, it could be better too, is the thing. I think we just need like a nose. Slightly roundy. Maybe we need to angle the eye a little bit more as well. That might be part of it. What? Okay. I do say... Sometimes I do pronounce things weird, but that doesn't mean that it's like... What's with the acronym, really? Absolutely. Have a good lurk and a good nap. I hope it's very restful. Oh, is that it? Oh, so you guys just delight in torturing me. I see. I'm shocked. I'm shocked. Well, not that shocked. Oh. Oh. Listen, I do my best not to curse you guys with knowledge of kerning, okay? I'm trying to be merciful, okay? I do not wish to curse you with knowledge. Why must you bring this up? Oh, have I? Oh, okay. Well, sorry, not sorry? You know, if she's got an angry expression, we might actually need to make the eye a little bit wider. That way we can actually draw. We have, if the pupil is not actually touching the sides of the eye, it does make the expression like way more intensive. Spicy affection. Okay, got it. Why is she angry? Because we're trying to do a big, fancy, like a feel. I want like a feel with like the cinematography, sort of a how to call this? I don't know, invoking strong emotion or using both the colors and also effects to. What is it? We're basically going to be doing a thing where we have things that point right at her face. Like it's going to be important, right? So that's going to be the stratagem for this picture. Why is she angry? Well, it's Naomi. She kind of angry all the time, right? It also doesn't really look like Naomi because we don't have her like bangs. Okay, so let's try this one more time. Let me also, whilst we're here, let me put this back. We're going to get rid of all this. I'm actually going to copy the eyes. We're going to copy the eyes to a new layer. Seems like a solid plan. Then, when we do... Let's see, give her bangs like this. Then we can have little flare-offs like so. But it'll still look like the character. Okay, so we need jacket. So if we flare this up like this, we have jacket wrapping around the arm, right? This arm goes like this. We have a little bit of a thing there. We have collarbone here. We're gonna have jacket part number 2, like here. And we need the do we want the hair to overlap that? Maybe. So we have this like so. Then we need... Ooh, okay, we actually need to move in this cloth wrinkle because we have a shoulder here. We gotta make sure that we convey properly how the shoulder is working. So we might need to move the collar of the jacket up a little bit. That way we can actually see the shoulder. And we're gonna have a wrinkle right here that kind of gives us the shape of the shoulder and arm. Then this part is gonna flare out like this. Then we can show forearm. Cause she muscly, right? Very important to show this. Okay, so this is where the arm connects right there. We might need to do something like this. So here is the elbow. Do have quite a lot of foreshortening here. We might actually need to schmoove where the elbow is. Or this is our hand, which I do like this line right here. That's got some good motion to it. So now we just have to figure out how to keep a chunk of that whilst also making the arm look like an arm, you know?
You've fallen into my trap.
Excellent. Thank you very much for the follow. Welcome in, you denizen. So yeah, for anybody who does not know, this is a character from the game Love Sucks. Listen, I'm a little biased because I'm one of the bit of a snack.
This is a public service announcement. Isla is very fierce.
Oh.
Hug or headpat at your own risk. It is suggested you throw fish first to distract her for safety reasons, not just because we want Isla to get all the fish. Honest tail and stare.
You know what? That is an excellent public service announcement. Saber Lily, you get a gold star for today. Me. Hold on. Bum, bum. Gold star. There it is. There's your gold star. Thank you. Most biased? No! Listen, that was totally deserved. Absolutely 100%.
Oh.
Thank you for the head pads. But yeah, seriously, thank you very much for the fish. Okay, so she's wearing like, let's see, we've got this, we've got the little harnessy thing like so. If we have this as our center line, then our abs actually need to be like this. So we have the rib cage, we're gonna have a little bit of ab, then we're gonna have the hips, like right there. Okay. does that work as intended? Maybe. Okay, still need to figure out the arm. So something we might need to do. Let's actually raise up this top part of the arm. And let's see. Actually, that is where the that is okay. So that's like the forearm right there. So then this, the elbow would do like that. We have the underside of the arm right there with all of the tendons. Let's see. We've got fingers. Then we've got the claws. Do I like that though? Okay, so if we are imagining, let's see. Do we not get to see the claw and the index finger? I don't think we do. Aw. Darn. Okay, so then this finger is tilted a little bit more downward. So then we do something like this. Then we have the claw. Do I like the shape of this finger? Does it convey all of the things? I think this thumb works pretty good. There's like a weird webby tendony thing right here. So you have like the palm. There's like the knuckle for the pointer finger, and it connects via this weird web thing, like right there. So that actually works. This finger and this finger, I don't know if those work, is the thing. And then if we have... Actually, we could squinch down the palm a little bit right here, so that the pinky going more downward like this, then it would work. We gotta draw the like stress line right here, because the flesh is wiggly and squishy, and it, you know, makes wrinkles like that. Which, you know, describing it that way is perhaps not the most appealing, but there it is. You gotta have the claws. You gotta. This finger is actually too far over. Like if I said, yeah, she's only got 3 fingers, you could kind of see it, right? So if we move this over a little bit more, we still want this gap right here between the fingers, but that should give us just enough room to also have the ring finger right there. If we move this up though, oh, I figured out what we need to do with the collar. Okay, so we're basically just gonna see the underside of the collar right here. So let's clean up that. Very good, very nice, very good. And we got the spikes on the jacquetteau. I think we could actually embellish the shoulder a little bit more. Exaggerate it, you know? Needs more fire? Don't worry, we're adding fire to the picture here in a bit. But we're trying to make sure that the anatomy works, and that it's still a dramatic pose even once we start refining things. So it's fairly common in art. You notice, so we started with like just the very, like a super loose doodle, even, where is that? Like this pose. This is super loose, seems super like dynamic. It is a natural part of the art process that the more you refine something, the less dynamic, the less gestural it is, the more grounded in reality it is, which is not a problem. But if you want to retain like the dynamic posing and the effect that the sketch had, you gotta be very, very careful. You gotta be very careful with how you finish things. So I'm trying to keep an eye on previous sketch, which we did something good there. There's good things. There's little tidbits and doodles and like this triangular shape on this finger. We don't have that, and it like this whole hand looks a lot stiffer than I think it should. So like that's one of the things that I'm kind of eyeing, and I'm like, but can we fix that? Can we make this more dynamic? You know, that's one of the things that I'm looking at. And I think if we just do the things, we have our palm right there. If we just make that just a little bit more of a diamond shape. And then we have claw. But we keep things that are good, like this webbing on the palm. That works very, very well. And then we have a very interesting, like, this line here has some very interesting attitude. So I want to keep that also.
Hey Isla, you should save.
You know, I should save. That would be pretty good. Saving. Hello. Will there be a brimstone? So I wasn't planning to draw the tiny little roof. Oh, so for anybody who doesn't know, I'm making games with some fabulous beans. This is one of the characters from Love Sucks. This is an adult game, so be warned if you look it up. But also, listen, I'm very biased. This will be the best adult visual novel you'll ever play. Again, very biased opinion, but there you go. But yeah, this is a character from the game. This is Naomi. She has the heck popper, but I don't think it would quite fit in this picture. Maybe. A little doodle? There you go. There's your doodle. He's got the giant collar, and then he's just got like the tiniest little body. There you go. You're just a little guy. You have a question for me? Okay, what you got?
Oh.
Thank you for the head pats. Okay, so I do like this. What we did, we modified this a little bit, and I think that works. So now we just need to make sure that the shape of the actual fingers works. I think what we need to do is make them a little thinner. Just a tiny little bit, maybe. Listen, I only appear small because I'm on your screen, okay? It's an illusion. It's an illusion. You know, now that okay, so I'm looking at my own hand, and it seems like if you want to have something look dramatic, like the fingers are splayed out like this, you actually want to make the widest part like right, like at the first knuckle, right? So with that in mind, let us just slightly modify how this finger looks. And I think we could get more, like a more interesting shape to the hands and the fingers. With this one simple trick. Yeah, that definitely has a different sort of feel to it, doesn't it? How curious. Maybe we can make this claw just the tiniest little bit smaller. Ah, hello YouTube land denizen. Rising crust, 3 meat pizza. Yo, that sounds so good though. When was the last time I actually had pizza? It might be a while. Listen. They can ask a question or they cannot. Like, it's fine. Either way. Am I curious? Well, yes I am. But that's just how I am, right? It's fine. Have I considered that was the question? You know, that's a good point. That was can I ask you a question is technically a question. That could have been it. Mystery solved. Okay, so with our newfound shape language with the hands, we're actually going to move this pinky down a little bit. That way... That seems a lot more like she's really extending her fingers out. Hello, welcome in. Okay, we gotta keep our little doodle of brimstone. He gets to go on a different layer. What is this layer? Hello layer? Oh, that's the eyes layer. No, we don't want to put stuff on that layer. Okay. There we go. Okay, we got it. Okay, so in the sketch, this is a very interesting... Well, okay, listen. Now, oh, I'm in pajamas. Wow. Racer, how dare. Listen, chat, I'm gonna be honest with you. Sometimes I read comments and okay, so the general stratagem with like doing streaming thing is you try to roll with stuff and you try to make it like more funny, right? If there's a comment that I don't know how to roll with, I don't know. I don't know what to do with it. That's generally what happens. Oh my gosh, why did I make this? So there's something about, like, you can draw this kind of curve one time, but then if you need to, like, fix something, you can never draw this same shape again. Drives me insane. I think that works, right? Maybe. Okay, so we got that. We got the keeps. Let's see. What is all this? Okay, so let's see. This is our center line right here. We could have. Let's see. Belly button would be like here, and that way we could have ab, second ab. Then we need to have... Bum, 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 bum. Okay, then she has... What would you call those? Little biker short things? Biking shorts? They're not quite yoga pants, but they're close. Break time? I guess it is break time. Car song? Do you dislike or do you like that song? Okay, how to draw... Okay, so let's see. We have the abs. We want to show that stomach muscles are scrunching together, right? Okay. Alright, we should probably do our hourly break. I think we're doing pretty good on this, actually. So, we have an that we gotta figure out what's going on there. And then we can start adding color. And we can start just painting over stuff, why not? We're gonna do art experiment. We're almost to the part where we can actually do the experiment. Okay. everybody, let's save. Do I want more coffee? Do I want coffee? I think I might make some coffee. Either way, everybody, enjoy break screen. We shall return within 5 minutes, okay? Okay.
There's so many of you. And all at once?
Okay, and we're back. I also decided against coffee. maybe later. We'll see. We got raided. Ayo, let's go. Hello, raiders. Welcome in. It's me, Isla. DB. Thank you very much for the raid. Let's get that shout out. Heck yeah. What are you guys up to today? Kakabaka. Hello there. Ow. You were doing art as well? Ayo? Wild. Alright. Are the bots fighting again? Is that what I'm seeing in chat? Maybe. Either way, hope you guys had a good stream. I don't know if you're still hanging out, but if you are, hope you take the chance to take care of yourself post-stream. We're just doing odd stuff if you want to join us. Hopefully we'll get to adding color soon. That's where we're gonna experiment today. Well, we've kind of been experimenting with like layouts and stuff. Either way. Okay, so I have all of this. Let us go ahead and copy this layer. Let's get rid of some of this. We will probably want that later. Alright, so we just need to figure out what the arm doing. As always. You always have to figure out what the arm doing. It's always doing something random and weird, and it's confusing a lot of the time. Let's see. Shoulder is there. So we need to do one of those. Let's actually make this line a little bit better. So our elbow would be there. So if we do like a curve like this. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so what is this hand doing? Is it like defensive, perhaps? That might work. Alright, so we have a bit of foreshortening with the forearm. Then, let's see. How to draw the hand, let's see. So if we draw this, let's see, we've got the thumb, like so, then we have pointer finger, the rest of the fingers and the knuckles. That should work. Should work, but it looks kind of weird, right? How do you do perspective thing without drawing actual perspective things? Like, what do you mean? The foreshortening? Or like cubes in perspective? What are we talking about here? You know, it'd actually be really good. Hold on. Let's make this a little bit less foreshortened, probably. I want the same sort of thing, but we're gonna move the hand up. The horizon line and the support lines. Okay. So how to draw stuff in perspective without doing the thing where you have to set up a horizon line and your vanishing points, and then... So the trick with that, the way you want to think about this, the horizon is really big, okay? So if you want to draw something in perspective, like a box, normally, if you have like a house or something like that, you really only see like this part of it.
Trap.
So overall, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome in, new denizen. So yeah, the trick with perspective and all of that sort of stuff is figuring out the scales of things, right? The washing machine? Oh my goodness. Hello. Welcome in, first time chatter. But yeah, so the thing with perspective, like this scaling and figuring this out, the reason you want to know where your horizon line is and what your vanishing points are doing, because this is like secret knowledge that you do in your brain when you're drawing. Weirdly, like you want to know it enough that you can kind of guesstimate it, but like it's hard to study. It is, but like how to do this without the horizontal lines? You know, that's a very good question. How would you do perspective stuff without that? Honestly, like hum. Experience? Well, no, that's not a very good answer, is it? Like, okay, so you're trying to draw something in perspective, but you don't want to have to use the horizon line thing. So what I would recommend doing, so if you want a person standing with like a bird's eye view, right? What I would actually recommend, instead of drawing the whole horizon line thing, draw a grid for yourself. That is actually how I think it would be most beneficial. So you want this grid right here. Okay, make your own thing. And then you have the perspective going up like this. So I would say draw a grid where your ground level is. If you don't want to draw the horizon line, at least draw one of these, okay? What these are going to do, these grid patterns, this is going to mimic what would happen if you drew out like a big old grid with the horizon lines. Okay, we're mimicking that. So that's basically what we're mimicking. But if you want to draw without having to do all the maths for the horizon line and all that stuff, grid. That's gonna be your best bet. There you go. That would be my advice. But also, please keep studying perspective, because it pops up in weird places. Like, why are we seeing the underside of her chin when we're looking straight on at the abs, right? Knowing, like, perspective kind of ties in with like foreshortening. So you have your tube for an arm, right? So it all kind of ties together. So it's a good thing to study, right? Does that help? Does grid help? Make your own perspective with grids. Hopefully that was helpful. I think I understood the question. Actually, if we were to have the shape like this, would that work? That might work. Does that look weird though? That does look kind of weird. Okay, I don't like that. Okay, so this shoulder is actually going back in perspective. Is the arm weird? Is the arm just weird? Not spending a whole bunch of time drawing the whole perspective thing? I mean, if you understand the general rules of why why do they go back to like vanishing points and that kind of thing? Like if you get the basic concept of why the perspective be like it do, then you can make a grid that will work for what you're drawing, right? I don't know. That's an interesting question. Also with that, like, if you guys find something else works for you, let me know. Everybody learns stuff differently, yeah? Perspective, it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. Okay, so if that is going like that, hold on. You know, what if, just for funsies, you've fallen into my trap. Pedro, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome in, you denizen. You know, we could just have both arms out. That's an interesting sense of depth for the picture too. You know what? I think I will take that. You've fallen into my trap. The man with a Dr. Pepper. You gonna share that, Dr. Pepper? Either way, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome in, new denizen. Playing Pokemon Unite. I haven't heard of that one. It's actually been a long time since I've really played a Pokemon game. I have been playing a tabletop game. You have a Dr. Pepper in the fridge for dinner? Ayo, let's go. Oh yeah, welcome in. Stretching and hydrating. Okay, we gotta redeem. Hold on. Bah. Bah. Hmm. Bah. Yum, yum, yum. Okay. Stretching and hydration complete. Bam, got it. Oh yeah, I think we can work with this. Alright, very good. Look at that. Wow, wow. Okay, let me actually grab new layer. Then we're going to... Let's see. What if we should just use color for the tail? Yeah, yep. Okay, so now what we're going to do, let's turn this off. Look at our... This is very sketchy still, but that's alright. So what we're gonna do at this point in time, we're gonna start adding some color. So, let's see. Let's grab this red. Alright, so what do we want? We gotta figure out what we want for the background. And I'm thinking that we want the background to be fairly dark. Because I want real dramatic lighting. So how to get, like, especially with fire, we gotta have a lot of dark in the background. So that way we can lighten things up quite a lot with the fire, right? So we are going to put some various colors in here like this. I'm actually going to make the area around her face probably the darkest. And then, let's see, let's put some more here. That'll be fine. Okay, I think we can also start adding like a smoke type of an effect like this. We're gonna have so many fire through here. Let me grab this color. So the goal is to actually make this like that. I mean, this color. So the goal is to have a lot of swirling stuff in the background so that our attention is drawn to her face. And we're gonna do a couple of different things to make that happen. So one thing is a little bit more. Some very interesting chunklets of color throughout here. Okay, so we don't actually have a lot of color contrast, though, is also the issue. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna combine those layers together. We're gonna grab like a actually, hold on. If we were to grab multiply layer, let's grab like a purple. Let's see if we just kinda I wonder what if instead of doing all that we just something like this, and then we could have okay, so we got some interesting colors there. So what I would also like to do for character, we're going to grab skin tone. Let's make a quick color mask. Actually, I guess if she is doing the whole fire thing, there would be a lot more red. But let's see if we can do this. Hold on. I have this idea in my brain for the coloring, and I'm gonna see if I can do it. But we're gonna very quickly block in just a quick color mask. I'm not even trying to be 100% accurate with this, so we're just gonna see what we can do with it. Thank you for the brain cell. Okay. Okay. So my stratagem is we are going to my plan, let's see, we can actually make this like a little bit darker. And then let me grab brush. You're not sure what this is? Oh, this is Naomi, a character from the game Love Sucks. So I made a game, actually 2 now technically, with some very fabulous friendos, and this is a character from the game. Yeah. We're doing a magic fire, yeah. But yeah, so we're basically gonna make some dramatic lighting is the stratagem for this. So we are going to be we're gonna be cutting into the lighting here because we want this to be real dramatic. So we gotta think about, let's see, give me this color back, and then let's see, I'm gonna block in some areas where there's lighting. So like on the face, probably catching on the ears a little bit. Maybe some more on this arm. Maybe a little bit right there. We're gonna leave a lot of that in shadow. Okay, so got this bit. That's all going to be super brightly lit up. I mean, it's not fully colored yet. Listen, I'll walk you through the steps, okay? So we have random doodly colors for the background, okay? And then we added some multiply effect and an overlay effect to get this nice gradient. We have a color mask for the character, and now this is just a multiply layer. Okay, you're all caught up. So, for anybody curious about the game, this is an adult visual novel, okay? It might not be to everyone's taste. However, if you are interested in some schmexy artwork, I will, in a very biased manner, tell you it's literally the best visual novel you'll ever play, okay? There you go. And the first game is free. On Steam. Bam. Okay. Got that. So we want to have... Let's grab another layer. We need a nice, bright... We're gonna have to do some fancy, like, layer effects. It's free, yeah. What? Raester, what are you doing? Anyway, so we're gonna have some like chunky like fire effects through here. I want like do I have a particle brush that gives us chunky like fire embers? Normally I draw them all by hand. I wonder if I should make a brush. It would probably help to make a brush, actually. Actually, you know what would make this a lot easier? Let's use a slightly different brush. One that's, like more squarish, probably. Actually, do I have a more solid version of this brush? Not exactly. Surely I have a more solid version of this brush. Somewhere? Maybe I could make it more solid? Hold on. Can I edit my brush shape? Ink, amount of paint, density of paint. Crank that all the way up. There we go. That's better. There we go. Okay. Very, very good. Okay, so we're trying to make some interesting like fire shapes, but the issue and the thing that we got to keep in mind, we want to basically be pointing things back at character. So if I have chunklets of shape like this, we need to make sure that, let's see, let's add another chunklet of fire here. So we have some big chunks. We need to make sure that we have small and medium chunks as well. That's very important. We gotta have some dynamicism. That's totally a word, and I did not just make it up. Another kind of arrow pointing that way. Let's actually get rid of some of those. Those don't work. Get rid of that. This one, I don't like this chunklet. Okay, so let's make sure that we actually draw some like little chunklets. Need some more chunklets this way. Then we're also going to do the same thing with the other hand. We are also going to, but we're going to make these chunks smaller, is the thing. I feel like I missed something in chat. What do you mean? Listen, Gumpy, that's not my name. That's not my name, Gumpy. I have a skill issue? Listen, I have several skill issues. Listen, I'm working on it. It's a one day at a time sort of a deal, okay? You can't rush these things. And this mysterious council that you speak of, listen, they're not my council. Skull issue? Well, maybe if you didn't bludgeon me on the noggin, it would be less of an issue. Fine. Oh, come on. Really? I guess I am cute. Okay, so we actually need to have this fire chunklet go behind the hair. So we're gonna have to do something a little different there, but that's alright. I think we're also going to need some smaller particulates, but look at that. Wow, it's already looking pretty good, right? Like can you tell like the idea, the concept? Have we got it? I think we are seeing the thinking at this point, right? Like it still needs some work, but the concept is there. We can see it shining brightly, perhaps. Big thing at this point is just making sure that we want to imply certain like motion with this. I don't know that we quite have it perfect yet. It's pretty good, but if we add a chunklet like that. Okay, so now we have kind of a general feel for this, right? So what we want to make sure that we do now, we're gonna hide all that. Secret. Okay, so what we're gonna do now, we're gonna go back to our color layer, and we're actually just going to grab colors. We're gonna slap these on here so that our character actually has local lighting. What is local lighting, you might ask? Well, if you have just plain, normal, white light on something, that's going to be your closest bet to local color, which is it doesn't have any shading or lighting on it, because we're going to be adding that later. I feel like am I being psychoanalyzed? I don't know how I feel about this. Listen, accepting compliments is difficult, yeah? Plus like, why, okay, listen, you're like, hey, you do good at the arts. I'm like, yes, thank you, I worked hard to make this happen, right? It's just, I don't know, there's something about being called cute, man, I don't know. Because I'm not. I'm fierce. Wait, before I do this. There we go. Now we can easily... Excuse me.
Oh.
Thank you for the head pats. It's the Anonymous! Oh my gosh. I was worried. Listen, if the Anonymous, one of the 7 wonders of the stream, doesn't show up, it's weird, right? We are blessed this day. The Anonymous has shown up. This is not this color. That is not. These are not purple. It's very purple. Is this really the skin tone? Really? Really? It seems very muted in color. How curious. Okay, so now the question is, do we go full, like, Monster Gorl mode? Because, like, we could. Might make it a... Well, she's got the horns and stuff. Yeah, alright. Okay. If we're going full Monster Goyle mode, let's try that again. We got the red skin, then we have like the black hair. Let's see. This might be too dark. We're gonna see. We're gonna see if these works. The good news, if we do the thing, and then this thing, and then make the pupil like really glowy, it's gonna look so good. Now listen, the Anonymous is one. We have the bread guy. Okay, that's one of the other wonders of the stream. Because you wonder about it, right? What? No, listen. If something makes you think about it twice or like multiple times, you wonder about it. So it's a wonder. You get it? That's how it works, you know? Okay, so we have some very basic lighting. What we're going to do is we are going to select all of that. Then we're going to, I think, this way. Let's try 10 pixels. No, that's the wrong way. Okay, we're going to do the opposite of that. Give me 10 of these pixels. Then we are going to... We're probably going to have to edit this a little bit, but that's alright. We're going to grab new layer. I'm going to make an overlay. I'm going to grab a nice bright color. Let's see if we can get this effect. Nope. Then we're going to see if we can get the effect that we want. I think we want the shadows to be a little bit less dark. But then we want our highlights to be brighter. But also, look at this. Okay, look respectfully. But also look at this. Look at this color change. Right here, we just have just little bits of very interesting color. This little brim of green. Love that. I love that. It's so good. Hello. Okay, so how to make... Do we like how dramatic that is? Okay, let me actually make a copy of this. Hold on. So then we take this color, grab these color, then we need to lock the transparency on the layer. We're going to... Actually, let's make it more pink. We're gonna make it more pink. I'm gonna use a big soft brush. Let's just lighten up all of this just a little bit, maybe even a little bit more, maybe a little more saturation. Oh, look at that. Wow. Just the tiniest bit of atmospheric stuff. Then we're actually gonna play around with this layer some more because I don't really like... That's better. That's a little better. Maybe if we change the hue. What is blue? We're going for maximum amount of like contrast? Contrast. Green? Blue? Wow. Blue? That's very, very blue. That might be too blue. It looks a little weird. It kind of stands out a tiny bit too much. Let's try for pinkish. No. Do we have? There's like a yellow. I'm looking up at the thumbnail, trying to figure out if this color will actually work for us. Do I like that? Do we like more pink? The gem on the chest? It should, yeah. So we are figuring out our color scheme. That's like step one. We're basically still kind of in the thumbnailing stage, but you are correct that we would want a lot more things to be shiny and reflective because that's going to give it more like detail, right? Is that a dandy? Ayo? Hello, dandy? Mods, can we get a shout out for dandy, please? This fabulous bean. Let's go. Boo! Did I get you? No, Squishla. What if just yellow? Oh. Do we want just yellow? Do we want slightly brighter yellow? Maybe. But yeah, for those of you who don't know, the haunts. Look with your eyes upon this haunts. Centaur VTuber will talk to you in the mommy voice. Is also Amazon, will pick you up, give you uppies. I'm quiet. Really? Okay, hold on. Okay. To be fair, I do kind of mumble when I'm doing art. Alright, how's that? Is that any better? Also, please let me know if audio issues like that are popping up, yeah? You like uppies? You should go check out Dandelion Days VTuber then. Very important. Better? Okay, excellent. Okay, so something that we might need to do. This, like, background red streak. I like this, but I think it's too vibrant. I think we need to push it back into the background a little bit more. Just a little bit. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna grab probably this color. We're just gonna throw some light color over the top of this. That's not exactly how I imagined it, but that might work very nicely, actually. What if we... No, that's no good. I kind of like that. Doesn't really make it darker, but it does kind of add an interesting atmospheric effect. Okay, so let me think on that really quickly. For now, let me go back to this layer. What we're going to do, we are going to grab this color and just gonna lightly take out some of the vibrancy in the background, just a little bit. Then if we turn this on, that's a little too much. We can tone it down a tiny bit. I do like the effect though, because it's what would that be? Like a volumetric sort of a fog. It looks more like fog or smoke, which is very nice. We like that. How you really pronounce important? What? Listen, if you're half asleep, that's okay. Okay, so things that still kind of stick out to me as being a little bit weird. This yellow color, I don't know if I like that. Do we want it to be more of a white? Would that look better? Would it be better? Actually, let me copy this layer, why not? What if we... Well, that's not... I mean, it's not bad, but that's not how I want to do that right yet. So let me actually make sure that we are just working on the screen layer. And then we can fade our color to like a yellow. So that way this is... I'm trying to make the maximum amount of contrast be right here. That's the focal point. We gotta look at her face. That's the stratagem. Thank you for the fish. Okay, so how to make her eyes and everything stand out more?
Hey, Isla, you should save.
I mean, I probably should, yes. Oh. Her face looks a little weird with the current shading. Just a little bit. Don't know that I want to go too crazy with this right now, but okay, please. There it goes. Do I like this effect? No, I do not. Okay, we're going back. Take it back. Why is there just a random dot right there on her face? What happened with that? There's a random dot right there too. Have I just been randomly clicking around on the I've just been clicking around on the canvas accidentally and leaving marks everywhere. It happens. The fish. Okay, finally saving. We're saving. I don't like the white. So the issue with that, any extreme color, white, black, they're very harsh colors. So if you can avoid using them, fantastic. Sometimes you do need to. But in this case, it just was not ideal. I'm actually wondering if we need to change the color. Maybe it does just need to be more orange. That's too green. A little bit more like this. Actually, hold on. No, hold on, wait. Contemplating. What we actually need is a little bit more. So if we want that to be brighter, we need to have better saturation. So this. Okay, so we've got the brightest part right here, and then this little thin, like, color between here. If that was brighter and more saturated, I think that it might work. This color is also, like, very, very, very shady. Is it too shady? Oh, maybe. Purple? Now that's interesting. It's not exactly the color of choice, though. Okay, so if we do this, I think we actually need to go to our color layer here. This is a fairly tricky color. We want to make it a little bit more saturated, probably a little brighter, a little more saturated, a little more toward red, I'm thinking. And then. Nope, not that one. This one, then. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so I turned on I have two screen layers because I was experimenting with colors. We have this very orange color, and then we have this very white color. And I'm like, well, hey, this orange, that's pretty good. I like that. Hum, 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 hum. So then, if we take out chunklets like this, and we have the little orange bits. That's interesting. Her face, something about her face is probably how big her mouth is. So, okay, the reason, okay, hold on, let me say first, then I will explain. Okay, the mouth is wrong, and I'll tell you why. Let's hide that. Let's grab a new layer. Okay, so you have a face, right? The standard operating procedure for faces, right? You get the nose. Your mouth usually lines up with somewhere around your eyes. Like your mouth doesn't stretch super big unless you're smiling. But with this knowledge, you draw somebody from the side, right? Your mouth still kind of sits in the same sort of place, but it gets moved forward a little bit because your, what would that be, muzzle area like sticks out further. You get what I'm saying. Anyway, so the problem is that the end of the mouth needs to be like right here when it's all the way back here, and this is why this is bothering me, because it's too big. It's too big. So that's the thing that we could probably fix right after I grab the right brush. There we go. Like this is very sketchy, but it's little things add up to make the overall knot look good. So we're gonna fix a few key little things, mostly around the face, because again, that's the kind of the big important on this picture. Actually, is that multiply layer that's making weird? It is! Okay, so you give me this color. No? Oh, okay. We gotta draw on the transparent bits. There we go. Does she have heterochromia? Yes. She's got two different eyes. One is green, one is orange. Okay, so something that I want to make sure of is we don't want so she has one eye that has, how has it been an hour? Really? Okay, so anyway, this eye, let's actually take out all of the lighting effects there. Has the dark sclera? Is that the technical term? I think so. Anyway, it has dark sclera, so we don't want to make it look bright by adding like white screen effect over the top of that. If that makes sense. Anyway, we should probably do quick add the break. Okay, saving. All right, everybody. Wow. Okay, we are gonna take a quick break Should be 5 minutes, and then we shall return. Everybody, enjoy. Break screen. We'll be right back. All right, and we are back. All right, so I think we have a pretty good feel for what this will look like. Let us copy this so that we can refer back to it later. Okay, we're gonna make a whole different thing. We are going to delete a whole bunch of layers that we don't need. So we have a copy elsewhere. We are also going to squish a bunch of layers together. Probably all those. Very good. So now we have background layer and not background layer. It's very interesting turning off the background because all of the dramatic effect and like how bright the orange fire looked. It doesn't look that bright. It just looks very saturated. But it all goes away if you change the background color. Background, very important. Okay, so now we're going to squish those layers together. We have an multiply layer that I think we need to play around with that for a while, actually. We got some fire. What is this layer? It's line art. What's this layer? An empty layer. Shocking. Okay, so what we are going to do now. We're going to turn this off. Then we're going to go to our multiply layer. We're going to jazz it up a little bit, I think. So first order of business. Gonna grab a color from this layer. We're gonna live life dangerously and not copy our multiply layer. Everything we do, this gonna stay. Do I have lore? Okay, listen. I don't really have a lot of lore, aside from the fact that I am not a villain. Not a villain. There you go. Will there be lore in the future? Maybe. I do plan to do like
Fine. It's fine. I guess I am cute.
Why does it feel like this is popping up way more often today? Yeah, there you go. It's 6'5" with the ears, actually. 6'9" would have been better though. Pretend I said I was 6'9" with the ears the whole time, yeah? No, listen. There might be more lore at the end of August. Listen, I'm trying to do like a proper debut at the end of August. We're gonna see if it works. Okay, I'm trying to prepare all of the things to make it exciting and cool and a good debut, but like, listen, let's just say we got a chance to make it interesting, you know? But yeah, for now, I don't really have a lot of lore. Mostly it's I stremb because it's fun, and yeah, that's basically it. What? 6 foot 20 inches. Okay, listen. I guess there's some history with the gnomes, but there's not actual factual lore or anything. I wonder if we should make some of the hair chunklets like brighter underneath. Do we want to do this? I wonder how much we should clean up like the line art and everything as well. Maybe. Do we want to do this? I think we could potentially make her face a little bit, you know, we could shape it a little bit better, probably. Let's grab a slightly darker color. There we go. All VTubers are canonically 6'9". Okay, listen. Shh. Okay, shh. If I am legit like an anime girl, just doing the thing, shh, it's secret. Don't share that. Don't share that. It's gonna weird somebody out. Looks more feminine. So yeah, that's kind of a good thing, right? Probably. Oh. Look with your eyes. And there we go. We could also add some like, let's see, we have this darker color. We could grab this. What if I made it more red? What if we just add some like different colors through here? Oh, that's interesting. Do I like that? Maybe. You know what? I think I do like that actually. Look at the color variation. Ayo. Hey, is this what I've been missing? Do I just need to add different colors to my shading? Was this a secret all along? What if more red saturation? Okay, we also need to make sure now this is correct. Let's actually do one of those. You know what we should probably do is add little chunklets in my... actually, so that the light, we need to leave the light alone. In the shadow parts, though, we should add little chunklets of lighting. Like dappled lighting, I think is the technical term, right? If we do a little bit of that... maybe? Well, that's weird. Okay, so if we add this color to like the top part of our jaquetto, that might look real good actually. think we need to add a little bit more here and here. But yeah, this color dynamics right there. Okay, so let's see. Grab these color. Let's finish the coloring on this part. And maybe make sure that we still have some shading right there. We could probably smooth this chunklet out quite a lot. Okay, this color, but if we make this more blue, perhaps? Let me grab this color. We actually need to make this color lighter. We have a gradient effect on this part of the shading. How curious. This is too light of a color. This might be too light. It's yeah, it's okay though. I think we're gonna leave it. Probably, maybe. We also probably need to. If there's just a random line right here, we could probably clean that up a little bit. That would be very nice. Make the areas of interest more finished than probably other pots. Yeah, I was thinking we do need to actually make sure that we color the this thing as well. So we actually need to go back to our flats layer. We need to grab red, and is it fairly dark red? So we're going to actually add that appropriately. There's also this one. There's like a little bit of a thing like right there. Hold on. I combined all these layers together, so maybe let's not erase chunklets that we should not erase. Let's add back. Okay, so I need to go to this layer. We need to make sure we can draw on this layer. Let's just fill in a few little popcorns that I'm noticing. And maybe clean up a few other little things here and there. Right there, that would be a one to clean up. We've got some hair chunklets here. Let's clean those up. Let's actually, whilst I'm looking at this, let us grab this chunklet. We are going to move that onto its own layer and actually schmoove that underneath our character so that it's actually going behind the character. Wow. What is that meant to be? Listen, you're gonna have to ask the person who designed it, and listen, knowing her, she's gonna be like, it looked cool, and that's probably all the answer you're gonna get out of her. But yeah, definitely make sure that you ask the person that designed it. Honestly, this looks kind of good by itself. Now that we've gotten used to not having this, so I'm like, do I need? I don't know. Okay, so let's see. We want to blur the heck out of one of these. Here we go. Then we need to set this to what? Vivid light. Then if we how did I get that lovely orange glow? Wait, I know how I did that. Okay, hold on. Go back. So we need this. Then we need to grab this color. Let's just make our fire chunklets just a little bit bigger on this layer. We rasterize the layer. So we have a stroke effect around there. Then we do the blur thing so that it's actually more glowy. Then we set this to vivid light. Then we go back to this one. Then we make it there. That's how we do the fire effect. Bam! There we go. Okay, so what else would I want to do here? I would want... Gonna leave that pretty much like that. We're gonna grab, I don't know, maybe this color. Let's grab a brush. We need some more, like, smoke type effects. So what I'm gonna do, if I can grab the color, here we go. Should probably, oh, that's curious. Let's maybe put that underneath this other layer. We just add little small trails of smoke and that kind of thing. I think that will really kind of help sell this whole sort of the whole thing. So we're just going to do some light paint overs just to see if we can make the whole thing look a little better. We actually need this darker color for this chunklet of smoke right here. Okay. Got a very interesting effect right there. So I will take that. Let's make sure that our smoke doesn't really interfere with the fire. Then we actually need to grab a layer, probably just above the background. Then we need to continue the pattern, continue the smoke, just so that we have a whole bunch of curves around the whole thing. Okay, so that all looks pretty good. We gotta do something with the lighting and the screen layer. It's gonna drive me crazy. Hold on. Okay, give me back this color. Then we need We're jumping back and forth between things, but that's alright. So we're gonna do like one of those. Ah, okay, so hold on. We need to go to our color mask layer. Let's just clean up around the face a little bit. This is very important. Let's see. Need that to be colored. We need this to be colored. Okay. This shiny jewel. Let's actually make sure we're on the correct layer. Add a little bit of some shinies right here. And then. Maybe like that. Let's add. Oh, I never actually gave her the claw color. Hold on, stand by. Oh, accidental color variation? Why, thank you. Don't mind if I do. It's so good when that happens. Love that. Okay, okay, cool, cool, cool. Okay, we need to clean up some of the shading here. That's kind of an interesting sort of a chunklet. We're gonna leave that alone for the most part. Okay, so now we're going to select. Hello, hello. Oh. it is Naomi. Also, hi Don. Hello there. Glad you could make it today. Okay, so now let's go back to our. Let's go back to. Wait. Okay, so let's go back to our screen layer. Gonna delete. No, we're gonna change our selection. Then we're gonna delete everything outside of that. Then we are going to make sure that we have everything colored in properly. Then we are going to, if we expand this, that's the wrong way. Okay, if we shrink this down by like 10, and then we make new layer. Delete everything outside of that. It's got an interesting sort of an effect. I'm still not sure that I like this solid white. So we're gonna see if we can edit that. Hello, hello. Oh. Shy guy, hello, hello. Glad you could make it today. Hey, Isla, you should save. You know, I probably should, actually. Lighting effects? We're not even done yet. Listen, this is like step 1. Honestly, this is where everything like really starts to come together and it gets real good. Like so good. Okay, so we have this one. You know, I think we might leave it like that actually. Yes. Okay, we do have random chunklet of smoke overlapping character right here, which we do not want, so we're going to get rid of that. Very important. Let's see. So, at this point, what else do we need? What else do we need for this? I'm thinking that... Let's see, what is this? This is screen layer. This is also screen layer. If I grab this color, this yellow, does it need to be a screen layer? Not really, no. But what if? Okay, so down here it's a little plain. I think what I want to do, we need some like dust and particulate effects. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna grab a new layer. I'm gonna grab probably this orange color, and then let's go dig into our brushes and let's see what we have for let's see, there's a sand brush. No, that's not really what I want. Cross hatching? No, that's not what I want either. We need like little dust particulates. There's gotta be one, right? That's not it. Small stones? What is this brush? Where did you come from? Why do I have this? I don't know. That's kind of a cool brush though. Let's see. Give me this color. Then on our main color, we're gonna go with like a very, very dark purple. How interesting. Okay, so can we do like little chunklets? Yeah, it doesn't really have the effect that I want. Oh, that's a fun effect. Oh, yes, there we go. I don't want too many, but like, let me grab another layer up here, and then if we do, okay, so what else would I do to make this look more finished? The eyes. We gotta focus in on the eyes and the face. So I think what we're gonna do, we are going to grab a new layer. We're going to grab brush. We're gonna fix a couple things on the face. Like, make this a little bit smoother. We're gonna fix the weird lip thing that we got going on here. That's kind of fine. Let's make sure that the nose does the thing. Then we need to grab the most saturated orange that we possibly can for the eye. I actually need a much better yellow as well. Let's see, let's go with like this. I guess if the eye is glowing, we might need a vivid light layer. Hold on. Give me this. Then we do vivid light layer. Not too bad. I think what we need to do, however, on this layer, let's make sure that we fill in this part of the eye. Let me grab this color. Actually, hold on. Where's the screen layer? This one. We don't need this color. right here. There we go. Cool drawing. Thank you. That's the goal, right? What about her mouth? Still looks kind of weird. Where's my overpaint layer? It's not that one. This one. It's you, isn't it? Let's get rid of that. It still looks kind of weird there. Okay, so then one other thing. I'm just going to make sure that this pupil really stands out. Okay, something about the bangs. We could color lines and make them invisible, and then actually grab whatever this color is, and then do we want to color like the nose and stuff? Maybe. It's definitely an interesting effect. I don't know that we want all of the lines to be like that though. Sword collecting? Okay, so let's go back to the overpaint layer. It's just gonna get rid of that trunklet. This green, I like this green quite a lot. That was kind of an accidental find, but it really kind of worked though. Okay, so right now I'm just kind of going through and I'm trying to crisp up certain edges just so that they look better. The nose kind of looks weird now. Oh no. But why? Okay, so what else do we still need to do on this thing? So we have more fire over here that we could add effect to. So what we're going to do, we are going to do the same thing we did last time. We are going to copy the layer. And we're going to make sure that we have this color. We're going to add an extra stroke around the layer. And we're going to rasterize that. Then we are going to blur the heck out of it. Then we are going to set this to vivid light. Fine. You got me. I am fierce. It's truth. There it is. Bam. Okay, so whatever this color is, we gotta figure out what that is. Hold on. Nope, not this one. Okay, so there's that. This one. I need this color. What is this color? Give me this color. And then we go back down to this one. We go to this layer. Lock the layer transparency. Do like that. There we go. Okay, what else? What else does this need? Hum yum yum. Actually, let's compare. You guys wanna? We've been doing some work. You wanna see what it looked like earlier? Like this was pretty, you know, interesting, right? And then, bam. Fire. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to copy all of this once again. We are going to smoosh all the layers together and make another copy. And we are going to blur, Gaussian blur. We're gonna force some depth of field is what we're gonna do. So everything is a little bit blurry now. But we don't want the face to be blurry. That's no good. Or, you know, like the abs and stuff. Like that would be tragic not to have the abs. Anyway, so we have that. We need a slight...
You've fallen into my trap.
Alright, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome in, new denizen. Interesting name choice.
You've fallen into my trap.
If I follow, you know, listen, just look respectfully, okay? That's all I ask. Thank you very much for the follow. Welcome in, new denizens.
You've fallen into my trap.
Step on me. Wow, interesting name choice. Thank you very much for the follow. Welcome in, new denizen.
You've fallen into my trap.
Okay. Very interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. We might be experiencing bot follows right now. Mods? Do we have mods in the chat? We might need to do a shield mode. Yep. So listen, if you're not bots, thank you for the follow, but I don't know. Seems a little suspicious. Thank you. The names are wild, right? Thank you. All right. Let's see. We have. Let's see. Effect. Chromatic aberration. There we go. Change the angle. Making it even more intense. Here we go. Oh, it's thinking. Wait. Okay, let's make sure that we don't have any of that around the eye. Nope, that all looks fine. Okay. Accounts created 2 days ago. Alright, mods, if you would, get him. Can we get a round of applause for our fabulous mods? Yeah, let's go. It's actually been a while since we've had an issue like this, but mods doing the thing. Let's go. Do we need anything else for this picture? Hum yum 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 yum. No, this is not a gnome household. You hush. What would make this look more finished? Do we need to do anything else? Yeah, thank you. So, listen, okay, there's a few things that are missing. Namely, the, like, cracks along one of her horns. That's kind of missing. The nose, like, it's not really painted, finished, etc. I'd say we could leave it on probably till end of stream. I think I'm probably gonna call it here pretty soon anyway, so we'll be all right. It needs a fish. Oh, you are brilliant! Oh my gosh. How difficult? We have added a lot of effects and stuff. It might be kind of difficult to add fish. We could try though. Okay, hold on. Give me this. Let's try adding fish. Why not? Okay. We should probably make sure that we are grabbing colors when we do this. Very important. I think we could add fish right here. Maybe with like a little dot for an eye. Okay, let's properly draw like a sharp little fish, yeah? There we go. Okay, so now we have fish shape, right? Now we need to copy the layer. We need more of like an orange. What's the color we used for this? Hold on, we need to dig through layers. Need this color? Yes. Okay. Very good. So then we gotta get our fish. Let's see. So this one we need to make this color. We need to do one of those. Then we're gonna do one of those. Wait, hold on. Rasterize. Then we blur. Hold on. I got it. Hold on. Why are you so picky? What is going on here? Hello? Blur? Oh, is it because I had the transparency locked? It is. Okay, then we set this to vivid light. Lovely. Very good. Then we make a copy of these layers. And we need to grab all of those and paste those up here. Then actually no, hold on. Let's see. I think that'll work. Let's see. Filter. Let's see. Filter. Effect. Let's do chromatic aberration. Maybe I should have blurred it first. That'll work. Okay, filter. I'll just blur it a little bit. There we go. Secret fish. Brimstone doodle layer. It's still in there somewhere. It's there. Brimstone is there. Trust. Okay, we got the fish. We got it. I'd say that was a pretty good stream. Talked about art stuff, drew a cool thing, and then like I guess if I put this like here, you can actually see the whole thing. There you go. Bam. One picture. There you go. Doing art. Bit of a redesign for your character. Nice. Very nice. Alright, everybody. I think we'll call it here for today. Hopefully, the flock of bots will depart, and that'll be all. The fish. Yeah, it's just a little guy. He's just a little guy. He's floating there. He's a firefish, which is kind of weird. Do they swim through fire? Maybe. But yeah, everybody, thank you so much for hanging out today. We will be streaming again tomorrow. I'm probably playing a game tomorrow. I'm really contemplating doing more Minecraft. Save? It is saved. Don't worry, we got it. It's locked in. But yeah, so we got that. Let's see. Contemplating. Hey, Isla, you should save. Okay, listen, I will turn off a layer and turn it back on just for you, so that way I can save again. There you go. Saving, saved. Bam. But yeah, we are going to go find a friendo to raid, so do stick around for that. And then... let's see, tomorrow we're probably playing Minecraft, because it's Minecraft. It's perhaps an addiction. Frost King, hello there. Hello, and fare thee well. Alright, everybody. Thursday we're doing ASMR, so that's exciting. Bam. But everybody, have an excellent rest of your evening, and I will see you all next time, okay? Okay. Bye. And remember to stick around for the raid, YouTube land denizens. Thank you very much for hanging out with us. I will release you early.